Okay, man, are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Now, come on, now crank this motherfucker up.
Break it down like this.
Hello, Internet. Gino that Peguino Grieco here again with another episode of Deep Listens. And today we are returning to Silent Hill. You might think that means we played a different Silent Hill game or something, but no. We watched the hit film? The film Return...
The film that makes you want to hit yourself in the head.
The film that hits
Return to
back.
Silent Hill.
Return to Silent Hill. The 2026, January 23rd, 2026 movie that released in theaters worldwide.
Not exactly. It did not release where I lived, and I assume it was for my own health. And Finland said, no one needs to see this.
They talked to a government official, and they were like, no, you can't release that here. We have citizens.
This is not for human consumption at all.
Joining me, as always, to discuss all Silent Hill things, Jess Voidburger O'Brien. How you doing? Yes.
I'm cool. I'm excited to continue to talk about this horrible thing. I should be tired of it by now.
It is. It's a thing that once you see it, you have to tell other people about what happened. And that I think that's how you work through trauma, right?
At least as a warning. Yeah.
You can find, if you are not familiar with Jess's work, Voidburger everywhere, right? Twitch, Patreon, all the things.
Yeah. YouTube, all those things. I do have a second channel that's just my Twitch VODs, and that's Voidburger Gaming. But everything else, you can just go to voidburger.com, and all the links are
and
there.
And if you listen to this and say, I want to hear more about Return to Silent Hill, but put together in a more articulate and researched way, you have is it a 2-hour video?
It is almost exactly 2 hours. I should have shaved off 3 seconds so that it would have been perfectly 2 hours. I'm a little annoyed at myself. Yes, it's a 2-hour crit extravaganza, and it's on YouTube for free. No ads, by the way.
And you have outtakes on Patreon as well for people who want even more?
Oh yeah, there's outtakes and also like some deleted scenes, stuff I took out of the damn thing for various reasons. Mostly pacing reasons, and people have been praising the pacing of the video, so it seems like that was
just
a good
like
idea.
this hit film deleted some scenes for pacing reasons. We'll talk about it.
For the best, it means there's less
That's
terrible
true.
movie to watch, I guess.
Also joined by Braden, ArbitraryWater, Redacted. How you doing,
Hello,
Braden?
I am also here. I would like to congratulate Jess Voidburger on having a movie made specifically to torment her. They did it.
Oh, it's my own Silent Hill. Yeah.
It's
I'm endlessly fascinated by how wrong you can get this movie. It's like it was made in a lab.
It's
to piss me
incredible.
off, yeah.
When we were watching it yesterday, Braden said this movie is somehow like the universe karmically balancing the Silent Hill franchise because we've had it too good for too long, two good games in a row, and
yeah.
you had to be reminded that they can do a web series, they could do a pachinko machine, they could do anything.
Ugh. We need to be humbled constantly, apparently. Why can't we just have nice things?
I guess not. I guess that would require brand oversight, and they're just not willing to do that.
I want to know who's in charge of that, by the way. Like, there's got to be a different dude in charge of, like, the IP rights for movies than it is for, like, shopping around to different developers and seeing who wants to make a game.
I will definitely ask.
Because this is, like, the
I
quality
will definitely ask that
is
question
insane.
at the end of this, because that was the question I was left asking. Before we get into Return to Silent Hill, normal plugs, you can get in touch with the show at deeplistenspodcast@gmail.com is our email address, deeplisten.libsyn.com. That is where we host the show. deeplistenspodcast.bluesky.social. That's our social media account, and you can support the show on patreon.com/deeplistens. At the $1 tier, you get access to the Discord where you can hear the hosts of this show discussing things like what lettuce they're eating and whether they're scared about maybe getting some sort of parasite, and other things. We talk about other things too. And then at the $3 tier, you get access to the OG Soncast, our anime show. Braden, what anime are you watching right
We're
now?
watching this obscure anime called Trigun.
Finally, some will
new one or the old
expose
one?
Trigun to the masses.
No, the
Is
original.
it the newer one or the ancient
the
one?
97.
A
Because it's the OG song
Nice.
cast. It's not the young and hip people cast.
It's the Unk cast, but Japanese.
yeah, uncast.
All right, so let's turn to return to Silent Hill. Oh, this movie.
Do I gotta?
This movie, man. So it came out on January 23rd, 2026. It is directed by Christoph Gans, who seems to be the only director who's allowed to make these movies for some reason.
There was one other director, the second movie, Revelation 3D. It's directed by
what?
MJ Bassett. And she didn't do a great job either, honestly.
Okay, I
but-
thought that it was Gans pulled off that project or not able to do it.
I do not know, actually, if it was always a consideration to go with MJ Bassett, or I don't know much of the production history of any of these
That's
things.
fair.
It's a black box to me.
This one, unlike the last two, which were made in, I think, with Sony Pictures, like actual movie studios kind of backed those to a certain degree. This one was cobbled together through a series of grants and fundraising in a way that the other ones weren't. And you can feel it in almost every scene with how it's shot and how little they paid to do most things. It ostensibly tells the story of Silent Hill 2, starring, what is this actor's name? Jeremy Irvine as James Sunderland. You might know Jeremy.
Handsome Jeremy.
You might know him from the hit movie War Horse. I don't think he was the horse, but he's in it.
Oh.
And then after that, things didn't go great for Jeremy in his career. The movie he did immediately before this was Baghead, and then before this he did This Is Christmas, a British romantic comedy made by Sky Cinema. So things were doing great. You'll also notice he's British, and you will, if you didn't know that coming into the movie, you will know immediately when he starts talking.
That's funny. I actually did not know he's British. I'm not good at detecting British people doing American accents.
Every few lines, I was like, "Oh, you gave up trying. This might be your third take," and you're like, "Whatever." At this point,
I think I was just too overstimulated by everything else happening at me.
It does. And then we have Hannah Emily Anderson as Mary Crane. They gave Mary a last name, so that's cool.
She already had a last name. She was
right.
Mary Shepard Sunderland. But they gave her a whole new last name for literally no
that's a good
reason.
point. This actress also plays Maria. That makes sense. Angela?
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Uh-oh.
get to that. Yeah, so she plays 3 characters, and then we have Edie Templeton as Laura, and those are most of the named characters who have most of the screen time. We have Pierce Egan as Eddie, a very, again, I think Scottish man, who seems to think that if you talk faster, your accent goes away, which that's not true. And then, we have, oh man, what a movie. So it starts with Mary and James's meet cute. First question, Jess, what did you think of the decision to give James a Mustang?
My first criticism of the movie is basically James is not cool. You can't do this to James. He's not just driving a Mustang, he's like smoking a joint while driving a Mustang. That's like a million times cooler
With a bunch
than
of
James should ever
easels
be.
in the back of his car. He's
Yeah, a bunch of canvases behind him. Like, do you get it? He's an artist. Like, yeah, man. I'm sure all of us drive around with unsecured canvases in the back
Mustang
of our
convertibles with the
Mustangs.
top down. That's a serious artist right there. Just smoking a doobie on a mountain road until he distracted drives just enough to almost get into a car accident with a truck. We think that the semi is supposed to be who's the truck driver from Origins? I think it's Travis.
Travis. I sometimes think a truck is a truck.
I know. I
but,
just
you know,
feel like
whatever.
sometimes with these movies, sometimes
can be.
they're trying to set up another thing. So
See,
that would be the next
at
movie
the
you'd
end
make,
of
right?
Revelation,
Probably.
they very explicitly made that Travis Grady, because they set up 3 different sequel hooks at the end of the previous movie,
That's
and
true.
one of those was
it could
Origins.
be a number of them. So he almost gets in a car accident, and he
Hello?
accidentally instead runs over some luggage that Mary has packed and is waiting on the side of the road by the famous overlook in Silent Hill 2 at the beginning of the game. She's hanging out there. She was going to go to the big city, and he's ruined this by dinging her luggage slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It
can't close anymore. She can't get on the
broke it.
bus.
She can't go on a trip anymore. It's ruined.
So he tries to help her, can't do it because he's bad at holding a broken luggage, and she gives up after 2 seconds of waiting for the bus, telling the bus to wait, and then going, just go.
Never mind. I don't need to escape the cult, which was what she was doing. She was trying to escape the cult, and she gave up so
Just
easily.
instantly thwarted, and then she's I guess I'll go back to Silent Hill, and James drives her to Silent Hill. They have an instant palpable chemistry, don't you think, Braden?
Yeah. It's jumping off the screen because you see he's helping her pick up her
Off the green screen, because they're not on any fucking physical
Oh,
sets.
I couldn't tell. You're telling me this film was shot on a green screen? It looks so good.
Yeah, so we should probably address that. This movie might have some of the most glaring, jarring green screen work I've seen on a movie in a while, and maybe I'm just not watching the right films to see worse. I'll admit that. That might be the case. But from the very maybe the car is a real car for some of the scenes of him driving on a road, but as soon as he gets to the overlook, it's green screen city. The lighting doesn't look natural at all. It does not look like sunlight on their skin. Shot counter shots are very clearly green screened. They didn't have the money to get the good CG people. Apparently.
I also wonder if this was just like such a ridiculously tight turnaround that it couldn't look any better than this. Like, I could definitely see this movie coming in hot and all the special effects
Shot
people
in 2
panicking about it.
weeks in Belgrade.
Yeah, this was shot in a mix of Belgrade and
2
Germany.
weeks.
And they got money from Germany to help make this movie.
Germany asked for a
Yeah, so-
refund.
They're just, they're taking a thing out of the Uwe Boll playbook.
100%. And also from that playbook, almost every actor is British, except for the woman who plays Mary, who's Canadian.
And she is in one of the Saw movies. I knew I recognized her
Yes.
from something.
There's a couple of horror movie, like Jeremy Irvine has been in some horror movies, Anna Emily Anderson also, and the girl who plays Laura, she has also been in a few horror movies.
She was also in
Yeah.
the show Wednesday as a pretty prominent character, I think. And she also plays Laura in the Bloober Team remake, which is allegedly a total coincidence, and I don't believe
You
them.
know, she does. Of all of the actors in this movie, I think she does an okay job at what she's being.
She's the
asked to
best
do.
one, yeah. And she had, like, maybe the worst
100%.
material.
She's
too.
good at being creepy. I feel like the woman who plays Mary is trying, but she's acting opposite. So James is supposed to be wooden. I wanted to say a very wooden actor. But somehow Jeremy Irvine's take on James is bad in a completely different way than how James is supposed to be bad. And we'll definitely get into that. So they meet cute. They go back to Silent Hill, and James is like, okay, this is the girl for me. And I think we go back to his studio, and he's like, it smashes forward to him drinking at a bar and getting kicked out for fighting.
Yeah, he's
He's
so
so
sad.
sad.
He's so sad. No, He gets kicked out for being so sad. He like
They
stumbles into something,
literally
and for some
throw
reason the
him
bouncer's like, "Get the
onto,
fuck
like,
out
a
of
bunch
here!"
garbage bags, which is
Where
which
he
is
belongs.
just amazing. Like,
In the trash.
we couldn't even care enough to do anything other than the most cliche visual imagery. And then he gets a call from his therapist, and his therapist is like, "Oh, you've been drinking."
Okay, so now we get to. I mean, I guess
Why is his therapist
that
calling
was
him
my
at midnight?
that was going to be my question. What therapist?
What the? Why does James have a therapist? James did not have a therapist. It's the
What do we
dumbest thing
think
in
of the
fucking
introduction
world.
of the therapist?
Hate.
It's
What
trauma.
in the world?
We think James is self-aware enough to seek help.
That's insane to me. Of all the people that should have been not real in this movie, the therapist would have made sense to be a total figment of someone's
100%.
imagination.
Yeah, the therapist who calls you at midnight just because they have a spidey sense that you're up to no good. Definitely out of place. So they introduce a therapist character who checks in on James periodically. If I was going to cut scenes from this movie, those are the ones I would cut.
Yeah, I don't see how any of those scenes add anything to the movie besides having some character to be like, James, you're not
You
well in the
have
head
a
a
poor
little.
grip on reality. Because you see,
Which we could not have inferred otherwise, obviously.
you need the therapist to explain to the audience. How else is the audience going to know that he's sad and has a questionable grip on reality?
Well, just in case the therapist didn't give it away, James kind of grabs his head and is like, I'm in pain, and then falls to his knees. And then I think Silent Hill things start happening after that. Like he gets the letter from Mary. It's not the same letter.
No, not at all. It's like, come to our place. Something's happened, Mary, and it's not even close to the letter at all. It's like hardly even like the thing about Mary's letter is that it's like not just the thing that drags his ass to Silent Hill, not just the excuse, the inciting incident to bring him to Silent Hill. It's like an emotional core of the story, and they completely changed it and completely forgot all about that.
And he gets the letter. It's completely different.
Whoops.
I thought for a second, like, oh man, are we doing a Silent Hill 4 overlap here with the letter just showing up under the door? But no, nothing going on there. It beckons him back to Silent Hill. He drives in the middle of the night. The therapist's like, what you doing? And he's like, I got a letter from Mary. She's in Silent Hill. And the therapist's like, don't do that. He does anyway.
James, you have to understand, she's gone.
She's been gone for months, James. Months. So he drives. The road is out, just like it is at the beginning of Silent Hill 2. He gets out of the car, and then we enter an even worse CGI situation.
How come the calls keeps dropping on me? That's so weird.
Oh, did it drop again? Can you hear us now?
Yes. I don't know why the call keeps dropping. That was like the third time.
Did you want to try and rejoin? It'll pick you up again.
Sure. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Can you hear us?
Test? Yeah.
Okay,
Let's see
cool.
how that goes.
So they...
So it takes 12 minutes of this movie to get to the first scene of the video game, and I
How
don't know
do
why
you
they did
think
that.
that scene with him looking into the mirror, the Brody mirror, how do you think that compares to the scene in the video game that came out a year before
In
this?
2001?
Oh, 2001, or the one that came out in 2024.
You know, they're all trying to look like the original scene. That's all I can say about those, is that they just keep trying to, especially the movies. The movies, all of them, I think. Maybe less so with the MJ Bassett one, Revelations, but all of them are very desperate to remind you about Silent Hill, insofar as that they want to use the same camera angles and really good shots, because it's a very well cinematographed, whatever, game, basically. And so they're just like using that as a shortcut, and then that means they don't have to actually put effort into adapting anything else. Because I saw a camera angle that looks the same. Cool.
There is some true and beautiful, like, video game movies. We've looped back around to video game movies being like, hey, you idiot! Hey, this is that thing. Look at the thing from the thing you like.
Mm-hmm.
We did it.
Yay!
And this thing is that, but every time it does a reference to the video game Silent Hill 2, it does so in the complete wrong context, and it's beautiful.
The only thing they copied was the camera
It's
angles,
beautiful.
really.
It's like that Recent Resident Evil movie, Welcome to Raccoon City, kind of does something similar, where it's like it is so desperate to be like, hey man, hey, remember this? It has, at one point, the words "itchy tasty" are written in a wall on blood.
Oh, come on. Desperate.
And the thing is, like, it does a shot for shot, basically, but it is all CG, and the CG is bad looking.
Compositing is very bad.
Yeah, like,
No.
not all of the movie is CG. There are some sets that they are physically on, but, like, every set they're physically on has a big fucking green screen in the background. Like, none of the sets are fully a set that they are all the way physically in without some green screen being fucking somewhere. And it looks like ass.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like this scene feels like if it isn't 100% CG, it looks like it is because of how much just After Effects they're putting on it everywhere.
They really fucked up the color grading in this movie.
Yes.
It's very aggressive.
And after we get the initial scene from Silent Hill 2, he goes down the path, he goes down the little side path through the woods. That, I feel like, is one of the better shots of what appears to be him just actually walking in a forest for a couple of shots. And then it CGs, and we get the late title card, Return to Silent Hill. He arrives at James gets to the cemetery, and Angela's there, and she's stacking sandbags. What are we supposed to... Did you have any guess what we're supposed to do with this?
Thanks, Angela. So this is because when you get to that scene in the game, which is very, very early on, it's fairly accurately laid out. They found a place that looks pretty much like the place that they are at in the game, and part of that is that it's a graveyard, but it's a graveyard that it's so old that the lake water level has risen, and you can see in the lake there's like some gravestones and stuff like that. That's accurate to the game. Angela futzing around with sandbags, not so much. They changed everything about her. I don't even think they mentioned that she's in town to find her mother or anything.
No, she just gives the exposition that like the town's messed up, man. The water's bad, and everyone left. Grab a sandbag.
Yeah, forest fires. Forest fires happened, and then the Silent Hill summer storms happened, and then all the ash got kicked up, and then the ash went into the lake, and then the water got turned bad, and then people turned sick, and then people... Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Just let it be foggy.
We need to explain it.
It can't just be like a weird, dreamlike haze. This
No.
ephemeral quality. No, we need to be like, yeah, no, that's why there's no one here. It's water went bad.
Water went bad. Angela is, I guess, protecting the cemetery with sandbags, I guess. Yeah.
Pointless.
From the ravages of time.
I think what's also really funny is that the sandbags are like really far away from the lake, and she has to take this huge distance to go back and forth with these sandbags. It's like, is this like a Sisyphus thing? What's happening here?
That's the thing, is like this movie does a lot of moments where I feel like they're invoking a symbol, but it's inscrutable. Like, what? You've added a new symbol to this work, and I don't know what it's doing for anyone. James makes his way to Silent Hill. It's abandoned. We get a lot of CG shots.
We have some flashbacks to Mary being beautiful in a
right.
sundress to illustrate that they were in love at some point, because nothing says that someone's in love like just being two attractive people
Hanging
in
out-
beautiful locations.
Hanging out by
That's all
a
you need.
cemetery chapel.
Beautiful,
Kissing.
beautiful Belgrade, Serbia.
Kissing in the graveyard.
Yeah, so they get some flashbacks there, give some context. We see Silent Hill. They see G walk through it a bunch. We get the sign, welcome to Silent Hill, all that stuff. I think at this point we get the flashback to her. Oh, Heaven's Night is soon. We get an unhoused person who's creepy and gross. Who they've also introduced as a new character, some dude who's like there to do a jump scare, and also to have a radio that James can get a hold of.
And originally that was supposed to be James also. Basically all the male characters were supposed to be kind of James, and that got cutting room floored, so that unhoused guy was also supposed to be a Jeremy Irvine or something like that. I don't know.
Would have been even better, but at least it would have been somewhat like alluding to the game, right? You find a bunch of dead Jameses all over the place.
Right, yeah.
But instead, we just kind of get creepy unhoused guy who he kind of goes after James a little bit, being creepy. I forget, does he go to Heaven's Night first, or does the guy get murked first? He goes to Heaven's Night first.
Yeah. He doubles back on this guy, which is really weird pacing, honestly. But yeah, he notices Heaven's Nights nearby. He pops in. We get a flashback, and it's not a strip club. It's like a bar or a club or something. And we get a flashback of Mary introducing James to her creepy, like art snob coded friends, that are super strange. And I think we come back to this flashback
we get
later. I'm not.
We get a
sure.
couple of these flashbacks to people who.
But yeah, he peeks in and then he fucking leaves, and then he goes back to the homeless guy and gets like.
He gets attacked by the.
That's when he gets the radio.
The acid
and
torso.
Yeah, and then we go all actual Silent Hill Otherworld for no real reason. I think he tries to call his therapist, or she tries to call him.
And
then
he's
it's
like,
oh, no,
Silent
my
Hill!
phone. Oh no. Gotta go, Silent Hill.
The flashback in Heaven's Night, I just couldn't help but think of the end of Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, they got that
it's
vibe,
like
those people.
a incredibly international, ages are all over the place, group of people who are very into Mary for reasons that are unclear. They're multi-ethnic.
We got two. We got a pair of twins for some reason. There's a lady with a cat in the club. She just has a cat in the club with her. What?
There's a woman who I
weird.
described as creepy Jane Lynch. Who was just she's an older lady who has a cane.
She's like
that's an even better
also,
one. Dollar Store. Tilda Swinton is another good one.
We have Tilda Swinton at home.
I think they are trying to invoke, like, if you know anything about Silent Hill, like, these are the cultists. And I think they're using the kind of Rosemary's Baby-esque international consortium sort of thing as a shorthand for, like, these people are creepy and probably worship the devil in some way. It's so out of place for many reasons. But what's the biggest reason?
I don't know the machinations.
What's the biggest reason the cult's out of place, Jess?
Oh, because, gee whiz, does it have something to do with the fact that there's no cult activities in the story of Silent Hill fucking 2 at all? Why are they here? Oh, my heart.
Yeah, they introduce a cult angle to one of the only Silent Hill games that really doesn't care about the cult at all. Like, it cares about it. It's in the background, right? It's in, like, some ancillary...
It's very in the background, yeah. It's just for people to go like, oh, right, there's a cult here.
It's in newspaper
They're still doing
clippings.
stuff. Okay.
It's
not relevant. Yeah, not fucking relevant.
And so they have
all.
introduced as Mary's backstory that it looks like her and her father are involved with the Silent Hill cult. Her father, Joshua Crane, who is not in the movie, at least not.
That's so baffling that they have this guy, they have his face. You see his face because there's like a statue and like a shrine of him later and stuff like that. So clearly they had an actor in mind and they got his face rights, but then like there was some sort of like budget dispute or paycheck dispute with him, and he's just straight up not in the movie. And I'm like, did they shoot anything with him, or huh? I need like so much more behind the scenes stuff of this movie because I have no clue how any of this happened.
It's baffling. They've added this cult angle. We're gonna have more flashbacks with the cultists. It really adds nothing. I gotta say, it undermines.
No,
it doesn't add. It detracts.
It completely changes the nature of pretty much everybody in the entire story, but most especially Mary, who was, previously just some random nice lady who didn't do nothing wrong except marry James Sunderland. So now she's like a fucking cult creepo with no agency, and she just like gets used by this cult forever all the time and is always making excuses for them. And James is like, your friends are weird, And it's like this weird domestic spat situation that I don't give a fuck about, even if it's about a cult that does spooky bullshit.
Yeah,
metaphors are for cowards.
We all know this.
Subtext, cowards. Symbolism, cowards. All you need is you need the text, the subtext to become text, and then you need to also change the text.
Mm-hmm. It's not good enough the way it is, clearly. I think something that's really wild that really bakes my noodle about this movie is that, and I mentioned this in the video, I've already said a couple different lines from my fucking video because I'm so used to my script. But something that bakes my noodle is that the way they get things wrong in this movie, it feels wrong on purpose. It feels like they purposefully went, okay, what happens in this scene? Okay, let's do the opposite. And that's every iconic scene. They do the opposite of what actually happens there, or the actual emotional thrust of that thing, or they'll change something incredibly drastic about it. And it's for no fucking reason. Even little things like that scene where in the game, Maria touches James and is like, see, I'm real. They reverse that for no reason. They make Maria touch James and be like, just checking that you're real. Why would you? There's no reason. Yeah. What is happening?
It's amazing.
Again, specifically targeted to torment you.
Yeah.
This
is a hate crime against autistic people that are into this
bullshit.
All
on the internet whose brands are partially tied up in being a Silent Hill 2, we got to destroy them.
Yeah, we got to ruin them.
It's amazing. The cult scenes getting injected. I understood. If you pitched me, I'm going to expand Silent Hill 2 into a movie in some way, right? We're not going to do a shot-for-shot remake. We're going to try to give some more story to it. Expanding the Mary-James relationship could have been an interesting way to do it, right? Showing you a little bit more of what they were like before the events of Silent Hill 2. I could understand that. What they've chosen to do at that time makes no sense. Mary's like, look, I've got some baggage. You almost hit me with your car, but you seem hot, I guess. So could you give me a ride back to Silent Hill? And then James is like, I could move in with you in Silent Hill. She's like,
yeah, I have no idea what the pace of their relationship is, by the way. Not only do these actors have no chemistry with each other, but I noticed when I was editing the fucking video that we have that other flashback scene of James and Mary on the roof of the hotel, and they're having a date on the fucking bare tarmac roof of the fucking hotel because this fucking movie has no budget somehow. And I noticed that they're wearing the same outfits that they were wearing in the meet cute. Therefore, this is their first date. Therefore, Mary is very easy because they run from the rain and start sucking face on each other immediately. And it's so when did he move in? The day after? What's going on?
I think they might have 2 or 3 outfits, period, in the whole movie. They don't change.
Yeah.
And that's another thing where you could be like, oh, it's metaphor. It's something about, it's Silent Hill, right? Your memory's messed up. Something's going on. But no, the movie doesn't explore any of that. It gives them this backstory of James and Mary. Mary's like, look, I've got some stuff about me you might not like. And I was thinking, okay, maybe we're going to give Mary some actual backstory and agency. We're going to learn about her motivations in this relationship. No, we're not. Well, we will learn her backstory. It's just that backstory's awful.
Her original motivation in the game was to not die of a disease. Like, she doesn't have one. She's kind of a MacGuffin in a way, but, like, the crux of this whole thing, the emotional crux of this thing, is completely ruined by all the changes they did to her. So, whoops.
We escape the cultists, or, like, he leaves Heaven's Night. He gets a bad pipe. He picks the worst pipe in an entire bin of pipes.
It's like pulling the short straw
and
or
he
something.
gets the radio. I think that the bound figure in this movie is pretty good. Like, the creature looks all right.
Mm-hmm.
I like the
fine.
design.
It's okay. They don't look as good as the first movie 20 years ago, though.
Yes, that is something for sure. There's so many more of them in this one, though.
They're all over the place. He's running through the fucking the graded streets, and all the street names are wrong, and there's a jillion patient demons there.
This scene looks like
Flying
something
figures,
that would
whatever.
have been in an FMV video game in like 1998.
Yeah.
Like the quality of the green screen compositing, the general like fakeness of all of the CG, like all of the creepy cockroaches, and the aggressive color grading.
Yeah. I was gonna say the color grading is nuts in this scene.
It's bananas.
The cockroaches come back. They are one of the only things that has been in all three movies. The little cockroach guys with the human faces. But in the first movie, they had like a little skull. In this one, they're just little guys.
They're kind of cute, right? Low-key?
They're just little
cute.
guys.
And they gave them little penises, and I do not know why.
It's amazing.
I have so many questions on so many angles of this fucking thing.
Gets chased.
Men are just little roaches, aren't they?
He gets chased to a fence, and he does the thing that Christoph Gans likes his protagonist to do. He bangs on the fence instead of climbing it.
You're right, he does do that.
He bangs on the fence, and then he's like, "Oh man, I'm holding a cell phone in one hand and a tiny pipe in the other. I can't climb this fence. I better find a hole in it." Goes through the hole in the fence.
2 feet next to him.
Yep. Finds it, goes through, gets into the apartments, and then puts a 2x4, like the 2x4 that James has as the first weapon.
James's iconic
2x4 bars the door, and we get a wave of the bugs pressing up against these glass doors and moving around like water, and you get to see their little faces again biting at the glass.
They're so cute.
It holds. The glass door holds. And now we get...
And we get a crazy-ass jump scare that makes no damn sense in this, like, lobby area. He turns around and there's, like, a bloody, screaming face Mary for no reason. And then, like, we have a nice flashback to when he was moving into the apartments with Mary.
Moves in.
And then he just kind of wanders around. He goes into an apartment. He finds, like, the TV, but they changed this fucking scene, too, because in the game it was, like, understated. And in this, nothing's understated. So he has, like, basically a seizure in front of a staticky TV for no real reason. And there's a bunch of VHS tapes there, and presumably they are from cult activities, and he's having a freak out about it. And also his therapist calls, and whatever. Everything happens and nothing happens all the time in this fucking thing. It just feels like, and then James did this, and then James did that, and then James did this. Like, there's nothing to this movie. It's just
to your earlier point about how they take scenes that are very poignant from the game or iconography and then deploy them in like new, befuddling, worse ways. Like the bin full of VHS tapes that are labeled, and the TV and the VHS player, like, that's could be lifted from the end of the game, right? Like from the hotel is where you start seeing VHS tapes. And
here's the thing. Here's the thing is that, oh, you forgot that videotape we made. I wonder if it's still at the hotel. They skipped that entire level. That happens in like the prison level or whatever, the labyrinth/prison level. And because they skip it, they have no opportunity for Maria to be all cryptic and cool and be like, where'd that videotape go? Oops.
This is kind of the only videotapes we get in this movie.
Yeah.
And they are completely recontextualized. We will get the context later, but they are not the videotape, the big one that is kind of the reveal in Silent Hill 2. That is not what these are, even though you might think that's what it should be. It kind of would have been cool if the VHS tape moved, right? Like, oh, I saw it in the apartment, and then maybe I see it again in the hotel. That could have been a cool, trippy kind of thing, but no, that's not what we're dealing with here. I think his phone runs out of juice at this point, which has been his flashlight. So he climbs up. There's this silhouette CGI'd into a window above the apartment he is currently in. So he climbs up. The silhouette is a mannequin. Would you call it a mannequin? Yeah, it's a mannequin with a dress on it.
Yeah, it's whatever they're called. It's like a special name for it, but yeah, like a dress mannequin.
It's covered in moths, so we get the video game moths. And he finds...
Yeah, they're combining a couple different rooms in the hotel here, because they're also combining the room where you get the you originally get the flashlight. It's on this dressed up mannequin that's dressed up like Mary, and they're combining the moth room, which is very cool and symbolic and Mary-ish too.
And they also combine it with a cool new third thing. Braden, what did you think of the shrine that he finds the flashlight in?
Oh, there's a weird shrine, a weird cult shrine that just has like a plaster man face. And then we have another flashback where he's like, "Your friends are weird." Or no, he's coming home.
You think they sell that plaster cast to that
groceries.
guy at the gift shop
And
for the cult or something?
Of course, the way you signify to the audience that he is bringing home groceries is, of course, there are 2 baguettes in the grocery bag.
2 baguettes, baby. That's how you know a Frenchman directed it. 2 baguettes.
Home and like he's peeking in the door, and there's all these people doing cult shit with Mary. All right.
Okay.
So, yeah, James comes home with his 2 baguettes.
Me 2 baguettes.
2 baguettes. And he like peeks in the door in the living room, and people are doing creepy cult shit with Mary. They're doing ominous chanting, and then as he peeks in, they notice him and they say, "Ah, it's the man of the hour." And they just, say more ominous nonsense, ominous nothing words. And then he's like, "Mary, why were they here?" And listener, you need to understand that roughly every third line uttered by James's actor in this movie, the accent comes out. This man's ability to hold an American accent is dire.
It's funny because I remember in Silent Hill Revelations, Kit Harington playing Vincent, of all people, he could not. I could tell he could not handle the accent. Same with Sean Bean. Sean Bean's no good at keeping his accent together. So if this is true and he can't keep his accent together, there is one guy in each movie that cannot fucking do that.
There's at least one. The guy who plays Eddie, we're about to get to, also can't do it. But yeah, it's the amazing thing to me is that ostensibly James has moved in with Mary, right? He's living in her apartment now. She has had a cult shrine to her father in her closet the whole time. So, like, has he just not been there that long?
Mm-hmm. Normal. He kind of looks at it like, where'd that come from? It's like, you live with her, dog. You haven't gone.
It's not like it was, a secret sort of chamber or something, like you move a bookshelf. It's just like behind her dresses, and it's got the like Silent Hill occult symbols on it. It's a grate.
The seal
it's
of
got
Metatron.
the Metatron, and it's a grate, and you open it up, and then in there are a bunch of candles and a bust of her father. Like, it's just
So
not very
normal.
perceptive, our James.
She hid her red flag so well. that it was way too late to back out. He already moved in.
Yeah, so he's like, I think it's weird that you had 20 people in our house and they all left as soon as I got home. She's like, it's cool, honey. Don't worry about it.
They're my family, James.
They basically adopted me. 20 people adopted you? Yeah, and it's normal.
Uh-huh. And they worship my dad like he's a god, and that's normal. What's so weird about Mary in this movie is that she doesn't seem like she's indoctrinated by the cult. Like, she was running from the cult at the beginning of the fight, at the meet cute. So, like, she doesn't actually hold any of these religious ideas, I don't think. But she does all the procedures and the rituals, and she's, like, a subject of rituals, and she lets all these people use her, and, like, she has less than zero agency to be such a fucking weirdo about this. She doesn't even care about the religion, right?
We'll get to when James says we should leave. But, like, it doesn't seem like this Mary should have any trouble with leaving, you know? Like, why does she... It's not like we get a sense that she really likes these people. It's that she's always surrounded by the cult all the time. Like, there's, I guess, social pressure, but look, I shouldn't try to unpack this. The movie's not interested in unpacking it. Why should I do it? You get to him finding the flashlight, and that's what's really important. Then we meet Eddie for his one scene in the movie. He throws up in the toilet, and then starts calling James Jimmy, and is like, "Wow, you're way less messed up than us, Jimmy boy." And he's got, like, wounds and sores on his body.
And he's staying in town. Like, everybody left because they got sick and stuff like that, and he's staying in town because, like, oh, all those assholes are gone. It's heaven now. What the fuck are you talking about? And also, they took this from one of the comic books, which is really fucking weird. Painted Black is like this. I don't know why.
Very weird stuff. He's in there. He's in that room where he vomits, and then we get to the first scene with Laura, and Eddie is there, and basically...
And we combine it with the Pyramid Head scene, too. It's like they want to save time or something. They're combining so many different
they basically have James try to get Laura to come over to him, which that happens kind of. Like, there's a key that he needs to reach, and, like, Laura stops him from reaching it in the game. Eddie's not there in the game, but they combine it with Eddie, like, turning on James for James saying that Eddie's a jerk, which... I guess just fast forwards all of Eddie's scenes, except instead of it ending with James killing Eddie in a meat locker, it ends with Eddie just running away.
He goes off screen and we just never see him again.
Yeah, he just vanishes. And then James runs away from Pyramid Head because Pyramid Head shows up. And Eddie's like, "Oh, you woke him up."
That really pisses me off, that Pyramid Head, like, everyone can see him. I don't like that Eddie is like, "Oh, your reputation precedes you, Pyramid Head. Hello." Like, that's wrong. That's bad. That's James's monster, for fuck's sake. We're never going to get this right.
It's the one strong design that Christoph Gans acknowledges. And so he's in every movie.
Yeah, but he's the mascot. You know, nobody likes Robbie the Rabbit, so fucking Pyramid Head has to be the sexy cum gutters mascot that always shows up. But yeah, Eddie disappears here, and that's because he had other scenes that were cut big time. They did have an entire set that was the freezer scene. They had physical, real props made that were these cow fetus things that were hanging around, and they had fog machines and green screen set up, and Pyramid Head was there in the fucking screenshots of the behind the scenes screenshots I saw, and who knows what happened there. But I have heard that Eddie is supposed to be symbolic of James, and that is why James has some facial hair later. It's supposed to remind you of Eddie. Apparently, there's like a novelization of this movie with all these things that are not in the movie.
Oh man. Oh, I would not have put together that the facial hair is supposed to be a connector between these two.
Insane! Insanely stupid. What's double dumb is that neither of these characters in the fucking video game have beards
also
anyway.
Fun. I mean, I obsessed over the quality of the beard.
Yay! Let's skip
We'll
ahead to
we'll
talking
get
about
to
the beard.
and we'll have plenty of time for the beard.
5 hours from now,
You
we will
don't
get
worry.
to this
Look,
beard, folks.
the beard, you'll love it. Look it up. Look it up now. That's a little treat, and then we can
I
talk
posted
about.
screenshots of it in the Discord.
It's so good. We get Eddie. Then you run away from Pyramid Head. There's a mannequin that's on the ground, but not the mannequins.
Oh,
Or there's a
call
body,
drop again.
I should say, on the ground. It looks like a naked Mary, kind of. And then the head rolls off, but the eyes open up. So it's alive, whatever it is. And it turns into Boob Spider. Yes, what do you think of the introduction?
Ass spider.
Yeah, it's a spider
It's
with
ass
a
spider.
dump truck ass.
See, you're mixing this up with the sexy spider from Revelations because that one has its head fall off. This one has its head go backwards,
Oh, it
turn
falls
around,
off.
like
It puts its head
like
back
it needs to be
on.
exercised.
And then it falls off
Oh, it
first.
puts it back on. They did the same thing in Revelations. Oh my god, that's crazy. They keep doing this fucking spider lady bullshit
Yes,
when there
when
aren't
I-
any spider
my
ladies in
favorite
these
Silent
games
Hill
except
monster,
Homecoming.
Ass spider.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got
We
boobs.
love her.
It's got an ass. It crawls
Looks
around.
like something that would have been acceptable CG in 2002.
And
Yeah.
I think
It's
when
bad. So the reason that like this thing is here is because we don't have any mannequins in this movie, right? So for some reason this is replacing the mannequins, and my headcanon for this is that, you know, Pyramid Head chases this dumb motherfucker. They go into the room that is, you know, supposed to be like the big intro of Pyramid Head when you barge in on him and he's fucking two mannequins basically. It's very suggestive. And I think somebody misremembered that scene. It was just like 8 legs, right? Yeah, okay, must have been a spider he was fucking. So they just made it an ass spider. And then Pyramid Head fucking beats up the ass spider in its ass and kidneys until it dies. And James is watching from the closet, a la
looking in
Blue
horror.
Velvet.
yeah,
And then once again to prove my point of subtext is for cowards, symbolism
Subtlety.
is for cowards.
Subtlety. Yeah.
You see inside the Pyramid Head briefly. And what's inside the Pyramid Head, guys?
Well, PH like busts open the fucking closet door and gives James a bully stare down. Like, you gonna cry? You gonna cry? You gonna cry? And then they just like the siren goes off and they both clutch their heads and scream, and you can like see inside the fucking mask, and it's like clearly Jeremy Irvine's eyeball in there, and it's like, see, they're the same.
Yeah, once again, just
wow.
we do not. Metaphors are for cowards.
Metaphors aspire to one day evolve into text. That's what they want to do. And he has simply taken the subtext and evolved it to its next form, text. Yeah, it's bad. And the thing that jumped out to me with obviously, like, they cut the mannequins out for whatever reason. But I think kind of if you see a through line, there are a couple of monsters that are spun kind of whole cloth or like reimagined for this movie. In Silent Hill 2, monsters are all James, right? Like, they are elements of his psyche that are kind of repressed. They are elements of his repressed sexuality, his ability to deal with comforting someone who's sick, right? Like, in many ways, it is his own psyche attacking him, right? It's generally an indictment of him. Monsters in this movie are almost all Mary attacking him. The spider is Mary. It's got Mary's face. It's Mary's body. It's Mary.
I'm starting to think this Christoph Gans guy has a bit of a
We
problem
might,
with
you know, you
ladies.
might say that. The bound figure, a lying figure, is very feminine in this one. It's very clearly a woman, and
Well, it was supposed to be that in the
but it's
original
even.
anyway.
I think it was in the original.
It's
Yes.
more snatched now.
It's more
Its
snatched.
waist is snatched.
We get a few other monsters that in the movie, in the game, are more ambiguous. Like the monster in the hospital on the ceiling that's kind of a big abstract monster. In this one, it's Mary.
Flesh lips.
In this one, it's Mary. Yeah. The abstract daddy is Mary. Like,
what they did to abstract daddy is so upsetting. What they did to Angela is so upsetting.
Yeah, we'll get to it, but I think if you wanted to see a through line, and one of the big problems with this movie and how Christoph Gans just doesn't understand the work that he's interpreting, it's originally a game about one man torturing himself for what he's done, and in this, all of the elements that are supposed to be torturing him, except maybe the cockroaches, except the bugs, are all female figures that represent his ex-girlfriend. Not his wife, his ex-girlfriend, who he seemed to date for maybe a few months.
Yeah, I have no idea how long their relationship was at all.
So that is...
Yeah. So he got a letter, a mysterious letter from his alive ex-girlfriend to go to Silent Hill. That's pretty different than getting a letter from your dead wife who should not be alive saying, I'm in Silent Hill. Why the fuck did you change that? That's a whole different story, buddy.
Yeah. And the iconography, the monsters that they chose, like by taking out the mannequins, which are kind of representing James's repressed like sexual desires and also his sexually violent desires. Like that's what Pyramid Head is doing in that scene, and replacing it with Pyramid Head basically saving James from a spider monster that's gonna eat him, right? Like, exactly.
Thanks, buddy.
Pyramid Head, instead of being something that's coming to kill James, is an agent of James's will in a lot of ways in this movie. And that's just, it's bad. It's bad. You've done a bad thing. You did a bad job interpreting this.
Yeah. You've done a lot of bad things. Can I skip ahead to the biggest misinterpretation?
Go for it.
So we don't have to dance around it too much, since we already said it's his girlfriend, it's his ex-girlfriend. How about the biggest, stupidest fucking thing? And you were also saying, like, oh, all the monsters are Mary. All the women are Mary. Every fucking woman in this is Mary. And it is because, and I have this in my fucking video, I found evidence that Christoph Gans is media illiterate. He said that, like, I was, reading online about Silent Hill, and it seems like everyone is misunderstanding the game so much, and really they don't understand that, like, Angela is Mary, also, like, the same way that Maria is Mary, Angela is Mary. That's what he thinks. That's what he fucking thinks.
And Laura.
I've never even heard of this fucking thing. I've never even heard this fucking theory before. And I've been in this fucking fandom for 20 fucking years. This is an insane misread of this game. And Laura too. And they also cut out some fucking bullshit about Laura because that she has like this fucked up little fetus with her that's never explained.
Creepy doll.
It's alive, I think.
Yeah.
And it wiggles around and it cries. It is supposed to be, I shit you not,
Yes, you cut out for
Mary's
a second. Oh no.
Aborted fetus or miscarriage that is from getting incested by her fucking father, which is Angela's
You
bullshit.
cut out for a second.
The incest
Cut out
stuff.
at it's supposed to be, and then...
Well,
okay, good.
it got recorded on my end. But where was I with that fucking sentence then? Jesus. Why is this call being such a bastard?
It's supposed to be, the doll is supposed to be...
So this horrible fetus thing is supposed to be Mary's either abortion or miscarriage that is the result of incest with her father, which is Angela's bullshit, getting incested by her dad. So you combined every single female character into this one character and then split her all up again, and now none of it makes goddamn fucking sense. But yeah, they took out a scene that explained that was like her fucked up incest fetus. Do we need all of this? Is this how we adapt a fucking story?
Combining three characters. So like Mary Maria being the same person, or like kind of being, one is kind of the version that James wanted, and one was the version that James got because of how Mary got sick. Like, that's a theme. Like, that's on purpose, right? That they look the same. Angela doesn't look like Mary. has a completely different story,
Nope.
has a different backstory. Laura's a child who was at the hospital with Mary. At no point does the game imply that these are the same characters. I cannot emphasize this enough.
Or that they're not real. That any of these female characters are not existent besides Maria. Maria's the only fictional person in this goddamn story, and this is so confusing now.
So we have to have a scene, which, I mean, we could cut, like, we go to the hospital at some point. We meet Maria, first off, as she's wearing the right outfit, basically. Her bangs
I'll give him that.
are just absurd. Her hair is...
So, she looks like she is in bad cosplay as Maria.
Yeah, it's Party City costume.
She also kind of reminded me of you know the Resident Evil YouTube lady, Susie Sphere Hunter? Because it's just like, oh, the heavy eyeshadow and the bob haircut. It just looks like someone cosplaying as her, but blonde.
Yeah. She shows up. Maria is immediately like, James, let's walk together, but we don't really get much backstory from her. They cut out the whole Heaven's Night scene with her. So like we don't have the strip club. We don't have the bowling alley. We don't have that much James protecting her, any of that stuff. They just...
Maria never sees Laura, and that's a huge thing in the game.
Maria doesn't see Laura. We don't get much backstory with them. They don't go to the hotel. They just go straight to the hospital. They fight. They're looking around. Maria finds a recording of Mary, where it's explained that she has anemia, basically, like she's bleeding too much, and they have to go to toxicology. They start fighting their way through the hotel. There are nurses. James starts beating them up with a new pipe. He gets a better pipe.
Well, here is where we learn what the cult is doing with Mary, by the way. We
yeah.
have the big flashback to James stumbling into the ritual with the cult, which is, I don't even know how to fucking describe this. It's stupid. Besides stupid, it's very stupid.
It's very stupid.
She is like she's dressed up all in white and gold and stuff like that, and they make her drink some fucking potion that looks like a Glophodus. I think they were trying to do something there, but no. And then, like, they kind of make her crowd surf a while on the cultists, and then she just starts, like, bleeding from all her pores, and everyone starts, like, licking up all the blood. And James is, like, watching this from, like, a sewer grate, being like, no, stop it, no.
Stop licking my girlfriend. This is so weird.
No. Oh, my God. So, yeah, we learned that through a flashback, and then we start, dealing with bopping nurses and shit like that, and we ruined the entire Maria hallway scene as fantastically as you could possibly ruin it. It's opposite day.
And instead of Maria getting stabbed by Pyramid Head, at least at this point, she gets stabbed by a nurse. James lets through. He defeats all the nurses, or keeps all the nurses at bay except one, who runs in, stabs her a little bit, and then runs away.
I am so, like, pissed off. Like, one of the big things that pissed me off the most was that James is being chivalrous in this scene. He's trying to protect her from the nurses. The original scene, like, he runs ahead of her and gets in the elevator before her. Like, he's not a fucking gentleman about this. He's, like, running away from Pyramid Head and does not really care what happens to Maria here.
Yeah, and so we get that.
Yeah.
She gets stabbed. He puts her into a side room. She's like, look, if we can't find Mary, just promise me you'll leave in the alternate ending where we leave together. Promise me we'll get that ending.
Here's what's crazy. She tells James, like, I look like her, don't I? Your girlfriend. And he's like, how do you know that? And she's like, it's the way you look at me. This is so opposite of what happens in the game. Like, one of the first things James says to Maria is, my God, you look like her twin. Your face, your voice, just your hair and clothes are different. And that is, like, one of the first fucking sentences they say to each other. And they put it all the way at the end, and they made Maria say it instead. Opposite for no
She kisses James
reason.
for no reason at this point.
Mm-hmm.
James, I think we at this point get him waking up in reality. Shortly after this, he wakes up. He's in the hospital in Silent Hill, and it's fine. The therapist is there and is like, "Look, James, you've been on a real bender. We're gonna help you." And
she's just like, "He's dead. She's dead, James.
Oh, right,
She's been dead for months." That's how the bombshell gets dropped. Something that we are supposed to know from minute 1 of the fucking game that gets dropped now by this random character that does not fucking exist in the game. And it's a big shock. It's a big shock to
doesn't.
him.
And Laura basically says, "James, you need to come back. Come back when you're serious about seeing Mary." And this is when like Mary is the gurney monster that's on like the ceiling in the hospital, and she puts her hand down James's mouth, and then he wakes up in reality, tied down.
He Jeremy Irvine throat goat, man. She fucking fists his throat in the funniest possible way. There is a very good behind the scenes photo of real Jeremy Irvine next to this horrible throat goat Jeremy Irvine prosthetic, because they built a prosthetic for this actually and had a physical hand go down this thing's throat.
Because you can see where they used actual practical effects, and some of those look pretty good. And then there's the CG, which
nuts.
looks significantly worse than the movie that came out 20 years ago.
But yeah, if anybody knows where that prop went, tell me. I want to buy that prop.
Someone hook us up with.
I want throat goat Jeremy Irvine in my
Irvine's
house.
Throated.
Yeah. You did. We were trying to carry it forward.
Probably.
Yes. Someone find that prop of Jeremy Irvine getting throated.
Please.
By this creepy monster.
Give it to me.
Yeah, it's... Boy. I need to say, when I was watching this with Gino yesterday, I was having such a good time. Jess, I also was just like, oh, I understand why she needed to make a video on this. This is an amazing piece of cinema. Like, it made for Tubi energy.
Yeah.
Direct to Tubi.
And you know what? I'm sure there are great direct to Tubi films out there, but this feels like something that should have been like, it's like Amityville Silent Hill horror backrooms.
This movie's so bad that like I almost accused it of being like some sort of weird tax loophole, like Coyote versus Acme was, where they just make a whole movie and then they like say never mind, and there's some sort of tax reason to do that. Because it's just
the thing that's kind of amazing to me, speaking of the budget and how bad so many of these scenes look, that we could get back to the plot and what it does to it, but this movie cost $23 million.
It don't look it.
Backrooms. Hit horror film Backrooms cost 10, less than 10. Where does the money go?
And looked way
Where did
better.
the money go? Christoph?
Yeah. I don't know. Producers?
I don't know.
I think.
I mean, there are like 4
something
different
that's also really wild
logos.
There are. That's true.
Something that's really wild is that I have no goddamn clue who the co-writers are. They are nobodies. Like, one of the co-writers wrote the Bill Skarsgård The Crow that nobody wanted.
I forgot about
that. Nobody saw. Yeah, no one cared about that. That's one of the writers of this piece of shit. And the other writer has done nothing but co-write another Gons movie, which was Beauty and the Beast, which also nobody wanted or cared about, and also apparently butchered the story a lot and made it more about the Beast than about Beauty, which is really interesting.
Like, Jess, I know you have your issues with like the 2006 movie, and it's not a great movie, but it at least gets like the visual imagery and the general vibes, even though 90% of that is just Akira Yamaoka music and camera angles. But like it gets the aesthetic. Christoph Gans also made Brotherhood of the Wolf, which is basically the movie that inspired all of Bloodborne's
Bloodborne.
armor design.
Yeah, which is nutso.
And
Yeah.
so and this is brazenly incompetent.
It is. We get he wakes up, and now we get the point that James, it's all in James's head. In case you were wondering if there was going to be subtlety about is James imagining this or not? Of course not. That's not how this movie works. What were you doing? What are you doing? So he basically decides to go insane again and go back into the Silent Hill that he created in his mind. We go straight from the sunny Silent Hill hospital to right back in that same room in Otherworld Silent Hill. But now it is very unambiguous that James is just in his own head.
He's Joker mode, man. He goes Joker mode in the painting.
Yeah, he goes to the painting dimension.
They take the elevator down to the painting dimension.
And Maria's there again, and she's like, James, we should just leave. Come on, we can't find Mary. And James is like, nah, I'm going to find Mary. And then he gets a headache.
He says, goodbye, Maria,
Right.
and he chooses to summon Pyramid Head with his
and
psycho
he's
Joker
doing
powers.
stank face at the camera to let you know he's messed up.
He's Joker-fied. And
And this is the only time that Pyramid Head kills Maria. Meanwhile, in the game, it happens 3 fucking times, and it's kind of important that it happens 3 fucking times in front of James's eyes, and it's very upsetting for him every time he sees it.
whereas in this one, he summons the Pyramid Head, which is himself. They show you, in this scene, they show you twice that it's him. They show you his eyes, and then they show you a scene where he paints himself. Now he's got the
paints
beard.
the pyramid on a self-portrait of his face.
That's
Symbolism is dead.
subtext. He's drinking. It's one of those performances that's if you ever see a high school play or something, and a kid who's never been drunk before has to pretend they're drunk, and they're all really sloppy and all that stuff. That's what's happening in this scene with
It's
Jeremy
incredible.
Irvine.
Now he's got the beard, and what do we think of the beard?
This is
Indescribable.
You can see the glue. You can see the glue on his cheeks.
Yeah. It's peeling off his skin. There's zoom-ins on this thing. Initially, I was like, and I say this in the video also, sorry. Initially, it's oh, well, this is a really quick cut scene. It's really dark. There's lightning. It's, it's frantic. I can't really see the beard. It's not like we have to see this up close and personal and in full lighting. And then they have an entire scene where you get to see this beard in gory detail in pure white light. It's fuck.
It looks like a beard from the Tim and Eric show.
yes.
Yes.
It looks like
I don't know what production assistant fucked up and forgot to tell Jeremy Irvine, don't shave for filming tomorrow. And then he came to the set completely clean shaven, and someone went, fuck, what do? We need a beard for this scene. And some fucking intern had to go run to a Halloween store somewhere and get the world's worst beard so that they could shoot that day. That's my headcanon about what happened there.
I just choose to believe they had him he knew 1 week before shooting that he was in this movie and could not grow a beard in time, so they had to do this. He just showed up in Belgrade one day, and they're like, you're in Silent Hill, Return to Silent Hill, so we're going to need you to put this on.
Ah, shit. Tomorrow? Fuck.
I got somewhere to be next week. You don't need me to grow anything or do anything, right? Oh, no. No, you're fine.
They just plain fucking forgot, in my opinion. I can't see any other situation where that's
This
not
feels like a
the
slapdash
Occam's razor
production.
situation here. Is that someone forgot? Someone forgot to tell Jeremy to grow a beard.
His hair's the same, right?
I feel like Jeremy Irvine would be pretty honest about this movie in the same way that when someone asked Timothy Olyphant about that Hitman movie, and he's like, well, I just bought a new house, and
why do you hold Jeremy Irvine
so
in
I
such
took
high
the
regard?
movie.
It's incredible.
Why do you
It's
think he'll be
just look up Return to Silent Hill beard.
The call dropped again. Or I'm just
Or
very
watch the video.
unentertaining.
Or
Watch, watch the video.
Jess's video.
I will watch. I'm gonna watch your video
Yeah.
after this.
Yes.
Hooray. It's gonna be deja vu, baby.
Man, the beard is it's awful. We get Pyramid Head shows up, kills Maria. Then we go to the hotel.
Everything's
Maria's
on
dead.
fire now.
We just teleport. We teleport to the hotel. It's actively on fire. We get to re-meet Angela. We skipped the scene where we meet her, but it doesn't
Yeah,
fucking
hey, remember
matter.
that knife
We meet her
scene?
in the,
What
in
if
the
they did
fucking,
it wrong?
Apartment. Yeah, that's what happens. Who cares? And yeah, what if they did everything about her wrong? And yeah, it's just we get to see Abstract Daddy, and boy, is it a big giant Spirit Halloween lawn
It
decoration.
is. They change Abstract Daddy so that it's Mary again. They have Angela. Oh man! Before that even happens, we get one of the best scenes in the movie, which is Laura in the entrance to the hotel, saying, "James, you're forgetting something
right.
very important. James, what's my full name?"
Our full name, James.
Mary, Angela, Laura, Crane.
Eddie
Yeah.
Maria.
So that's supposed to be the moment where we realize all 4 female characters in this movie are all the same person.
Dun
And
dun dun.
The Abstract Daddy was Joshua Crane raping Mary, and then Angela is the sexual abuse version of Mary, and then Mary's the girlfriend Mary, and Maria's the sexy Mary.
And there's Moth Mary
Yeah.
also, who's like the boss thing. And then Laura's Mary. Am
Aren't
I
we
Mary?
all Mary?
I don't know anymore.
If you think about it.
I think we're all Mary
In
at the
this
end of the
context,
day.
yes.
So
We are all wishing. Much like the Mary in this film, we are all wishing for death.
Yeah, so how Braden, you brought it up. How do they resolve the famous scene that happens in the hotel?
So, after that we get we get the reveal, and first off we get the reveal of the beard in full day lighting. And it's revealed
Tragic.
that James visited Mary before she died, and she's like, "It's okay, James. It wasn't your fault. My father poisoned me."
My whole life. My father poisoned me my whole life. So even if they, at the meet cute, even if she successfully ran away from the cult, she would have fucking died from this anyway.
Probably.
That is what they're kind of implying. And
Nothing matters.
And then she's like, "James, there's a darkness inside me. I want it out."
My dad is inside me, James.
Yeah.
You can get it out. What? How? What? And then yeah, she begs him to kill her, and then he does.
Wow. He doesn't really put up much of a fucking fight either. He was pretty easily convinced to kill her.
This is opposite. This is the opposite. You intentionally did the missed. You not only missed the point, you did the opposite of the point.
That's what I'm talking about when it's like, this is uncanny. There's knowledge implied in how badly they fucked this up. It's like they intentionally made it bad on purpose and did the opposite of every single fucking little thing that happens in the game. It's effectively not a Silent Hill 2 movie.
James is absolved in the entire point.
Yep.
The entire
James did nothing
point
wrong!
of
Yay!
Silent Hill 2 is James's guilt and the things around his feelings about his wife, what he did to her, and the people around him who are dealing with their own shit. Actually, his wife was she was the victim of a creepy cult. Excuse me, his girlfriend, and and he was just
And
he killed her
she,
because he loved her.
He put her down like a damn dog. He fucking euthanized her.
And the thing that
It's
he feels
awful.
guilty about is not actually even necessarily that. It's that he left her briefly. Like, at one point, he says,
Yeah.
let's run away from the cult. And she's like, no. And he's like, okay, I'm going to run away from the cult then. And then I guess he's gone for a few months.
Yeah, we're
maybe?
breaking up. They broke up for a real damn good reason, by the way. He
Yeah.
is right. This is a boundary. Like, he should break up with her. I'm totally on Team James for this particular part of the movie where
And
they're
what a-
having that argument. And
What
it's
a
like,
terrible
let's leave.
movie you've made if we're on Team James. You fucked up.
You have
At
fundamentally
any point,
missed
yeah,
the
yeah, you
point.
fucked up. It's so fucked up because it's like I would hate to think that people are watching this and being like, "Oh, is that what Silent Hill 2 is about?" Never
It's about a
mind.
cool reefer smoking
Sounds dumb.
artist with his convertible Mustang who gets pulled into a quagmire of a relationship with a damaged woman. That's what this movie's about.
Yeah, that's what Silent Hill 2's about.
That poor guy. That poor guy. In conclusion, Silent Hill 2 is about that poor guy
Yeah.
who did nothing
And then
wrong.
he fights Moth.
Yeah.
He doesn't really fight Moth Mary. He like
He apologizes.
He gets levitated by her.
and the bed
Well, he
lifts
apologizes to fucking Abstract Daddy.
up in the air, and you can.
Mhm.
It's
They apologize to Abstract Daddy
right.
specifically earlier.
He euthanizes Mary, which causes the Marys to ascend into heaven and become Moth Mary. And then he does the in-water ending. Like, he grabs Mary's corpse and puts it into his sweet Mustang, and he drives it off the pier into the lake,
Toluca
and he
Lake,
holds Mary's
yeah,
hand,
into the lake.
and he drowns. It's so tragic.
I don't understand how. I want to know, contract-wise, how did they get Mustang to agree?
the Ford
product
Motor Company is
placement-wise
desperate.
to do that.
And the Ford Motor Company does not
guess
know this
so.
movie exists. They don't know.
What the hell?
But he drowns.
But yeah.
But what happens when you what happens when you kill yourself in this movie? Right?
Honk, honk, honk. Doppler effect. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's him dodging the truck at the start of the movie, and the movie's starting over, and we're going to be here fucking forever now.
No, it's
never
worse
gonna
than
end.
that. He gets a second chance. Instead of driving to Silent Hill, he goes the other way.
Where he gets to experience Mary dying slowly
Yeah.
anyway. Congratulations. You fucking
He
ruined
gets a
it.
second chance at the relationship, and instead he has full knowledge of what happened when he went to Silent Hill. So this time he drives the other way and goes to the city
Insane.
and takes her away from the cult. And
dropped
this
again.
movie does not have enough damn sense to even do the like Maria ending where she starts coughing up blood to show that this will repeat. This one just, he drives away in his sweet Mustang and they ride off into the sunset, because taking your own life is actually a cheat code to getting to do your relationship over again in this movie.
God, it's like a bit. He time traveled quite a bit there, didn't he? Like, that could have been years in
I
the
don't know.
past for all we
It's
know.
it's amazing. So like, in terms of things that Christoph Gans did to the story of Silent Hill, how do we stack rank the worst crimes? So there's
What did he not do?
There's
Like,
completely
God.
inverting that James is a good guy. There's combining all the female characters into one character. There's adding a cult storyline to the movie. And then I think there's just like the thematics of it, like completely undermining the thematics of any scene.
Mhm.
I don't know what's worst. I think
It's really hard to like rank it because they're all like so
Yeah.
interconnected in different ways. Like it's a cascade of bullshit. Like they're all tangled up in each other. It's hard to say like, oh, definitely the worst thing is this.
I feel like for me, it's probably the James of it all, because the other parts are incompetent in other ways, but I just feel like that's the one that you didn't play or read anything about the game if you're going to absolve James and then convert all of the monsters to be Mary, you know? Like, you took a story about someone who, like, whatever amount of gotta hand it to James you want to give, like, he's not a good person. He is not a supportive husband. He's not in a good relationship. And you've changed it into a story, frankly, kind of a misogynist story about one guy who dated this woman who ruined his life. And that's just, like, whatever you say about Silent Hill and its themes, that's not what it is, you know? That's not the problem.
It's not a Silent Hill 2 movie. It's just straight up is not a Silent Hill 2 movie.
I think
It's
a
the
lot of the
opposite.
things cascade from that. Like, once you've decided that James is a misunderstood guy who dated this woman who was an anchor on his life, everything else kind of flows from there. Because you've made it a misogynist movie by doing it that way. Like, the choices, they were all choices. You know, you didn't have to do this. You could have just reproduced what was in the game, and I think it would have been more cohesive. It wouldn't have had these themes. You introduced all of these themes.
I truly don't understand why people just can't adapt the fucking games. They're not too crazy difficult
think
to
so.
grasp, are they? Am I
mean,
just so
I
Silent
know
Hill
people who
pilled that
do
I
not
don't
like
realize how
Silent Hill
complicated this
2,
is?
because they whenever I'm like, no, but like the whole symbolism is like, I didn't see any of that.
The curtains were blue, bitch.
Okay, so let's talk about circumcision. No.
Yeah, it's bad. I just, it's amazing. And the only thing
Something else that's like
No.
insane. Oh, sorry. Something else that's a little insane is that this is the only movie that should have Pyramid Head in it. This is the only game that should have Pyramid Head in it, but the Silent Hill 1 movie had Pyramid Head in it. The Silent Hill 3 movie had Pyramid Head in it. I did the math. I did the editing math, the nitty gritty, and would you believe that Pyramid Head shows up in Silent Hill Revelation 3D just a little bit more than he does in
checks
the
out.
Silent Hill 2 movie?
CG is expensive.
Yeah. Great job.
Yeah.
They don't even CG him. It's a fucking guy in a costume. Fuck.
Guys in
God damn
costumes are
it.
expensive too.
Yeah, so like the thing to me is like, I just wonder, coming away from this movie, is the only reason Silent Hill F and Silent Hill 2 Remake, is the only reason they're any good at all is because those studios just happen to care. And Konami would have licensed this property to anyone, and we just got lucky. You know, like two people who cared got it.
I'm flummoxed, like capital F flummoxed, how the movies keep being such dog shit, and the games are like shaping up lately to be pretty good. And I'm one of the short message apologists too. I thought that was fine too, but I'm under the impression that like Konami was like very close to the production of the Bloober Team remake, which goes against everything I used to know about Konami meddling in things and making things worse. So I'm like, okay, who died and who got that dead person's job? Because this is like a totally different Konami to me, if that's what's going on here. There's no way that this is the same person who, you know, meddled with all these other terrible games and forced, you know, low budget games on all of us. Like Downpour was super like not budgeted correctly. Origins, it goes on. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. I just wonder if, like, I don't know, Kane Parsons or someone came and slipped Konami like $20. Would they get the Silent Hill license and we'd get a good movie? Like, is it just that Christoph Gans is the only one who shows up at the door with $20?
I have no goddamn earthly idea.
It's amazing.
Like, this feels like a producer's-esque scam.
Yeah.
It
It feels like a scam. What's happening?
Once again, channeling Uwe Boll. Is this a tax dodge thing? Did Christoph Gans find
I'm
a
not
new tax
accusing.
loophole?
I'm not alleging anything, but it's a little weird that they're all this bad.
You know, meanwhile, Uwe Boll, you know, he went on to make, apparently made like a well-received Holocaust movie.
What? Jesus.
And
Get
also,
out.
here's the other fun thing about Uwe Boll is, until it was closed during the pandemic, Uwe Boll owned the highest rated restaurant in Vancouver. Like,
It's amazing.
one of the most this like German restaurant in Vancouver that was considered the best restaurant in the city.
Wow.
Yeah, all I could think watching this movie, as someone who has
Multitudes.
watched the hit film Transylvania 6-5000, which is a real,
Oh, I've been meaning to see it.
it's a heck of a
Oh,
movie
I've
with
been meaning
Jeff
to see it.
Goldblum and
and his gorgeous wife.
Yeah,
They live on
and
the set there.
it
I know her name. Damn
so
it.
that movie is the reason it exists. It's not a good film. It's not a good film. It's a baffling film. But it was made because Dow Chemical Company had money in Yugoslavia that they couldn't get out without producing something. The money was trapped there, so they created a movie to try and get money out of the Soviet Union. So they filmed this movie in Zagreb and Sombor, Serbia, to get the money out. I'm wondering if that's what's going on with Return to Silent Hill. Like, there was money trapped in Europe that they just couldn't get out unless they made a film and then could charge people tickets. Basically, it's like money laundering, what was happening with this movie. And you know what? The movies, they double their budget in returns every time, even when they suck. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why everybody is okay to see literally any horror movie that gets pooped out.
That's a whole thing.
Can we have standards?
Blumhouse,
please.
Blumhouse just throw darts blindly, and sometimes they make Obsession, and then they make everything else.
Yeah. So that's Return to Silent Hill. It's not a good film. Please don't watch it. Please watch Jess's breakdown of it instead. In lieu.
Oh, I don't know. I think people should watch this.
Yeah.
Stream it.
Too late now.
Yeah. I mean, don't pay money for it. Dear Lord.
Steal it. Pirate it. Do not stream it. Just pirate this piece of shit. It sucks so much.
I had a tremendous time laughing at this movie.
Yeah, that's what it's good for.
I feel like I didn't even like. I think one of my big problems with this movie is that I don't even find it to be funny bad. Like, it just hurts me. You know, I can't even.
You love
find
the
any,
source
like, joy
material
about that.
too much.
Yeah, but like, I also love Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 3. And like, I can still watch. I think Revelation is like low key kind of the best one, and it is only because it is camp as fuck, and it I'm just like, yeah, just make it funny. Just make it funny. If it's gonna be bad, it may as well be funny.
Yeah, it doubled its budget.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, crazy.
Fuck you. It's January.
God, true.
I was gonna see it in theaters because I was like, I'll probably record a show on this at some point, and I can watch it as the way Christoph Gans intended in a theater. So, yeah, this movie's not good. Thank you for helping usher us through how it's not good, Jess.
I've barely scratched the surface.
Yep.
Go
Thank
watch
you,
my video.
Braden.
Yes.
Well, we might have to reach out again when Townfall hits, because that looks very interesting.
All right, yeah. Let's see what happens there.
It was British.
It's Scottish.
Even better. Thank you, dear listeners. Reminder, you can get in touch with the show, deeplistenspodcast@gmail.com. That's our email address, deeplistens.libsyn.com. That's where we host the show, and deeplistenspodcast.bluesky.social. That is our social media account. You can support the show on patreon.com/deeplistens, and you can find all of Jess's work, Voidburger, everywhere.
Voidburger everywhere. Blue Sky, YouTube, Twitch, all those places. Coffee, Patreon. The list goes on. Although it is funny that my SEO is kind of fucked up because there is a Roblox crack ship called Voidburger, and I don't know why. I gotta work on that.
It always goes back to fucking Roblox.
I hate, oops.
The dark, ominous, hovering orb built off of
Roblox.
child labor, Roblox.
On the bright side, maybe some children will accidentally
It's true.
find my video essays
These
because they're
children need
looking
to
up
learn
this crack
about
ship. So maybe that'll happen.
Phantasmagoria too.
Yes, and
Yes.
media literacy a little.
Well, thanks, y'all. Till next time. Peace.